Hello everyone, what's up? In this video I'm going to describe 10 wonderful road technology. So, let's jump in the video. Number 1. Glow-in-the-dark roads. Driving down an open road can be an awesome experience. That is, until the sun goes down. A lack of lights can be pretty intimidating and sometimes dangerous, which is why companies are trying to help drivers out with a glow-in-the-dark road. Don't expect the entire road to have a bright neon glow though, because what they do here simply light up markings along the pavement to help motorists see. It's a much more realistic, cheaper and eco-friendly alternative to sticking hanging lights everywhere, and it just looks cooler anyway. But how exactly do they work? Well, these glow-in-the-dark markings are all made of paint that contains a photoluminescent powder that charges during the day. So by the time the sun goes down they're ready to go. But if the idea of glow-in-the-dark road sounds like it's too far in the future for you, then why not take a drive down the N329 highway in the Netherlands if you can, because they've already employed it there. The glowing green markings extend for 1,600 feet and glow 8 hours every night. Number 2. GeoWebs. A lot of work goes into creating a new road. It's not like they just lay down the pavement wherever and call it a day. The conditions have to be perfect, and the next entry on this list aims to make things a lot easier and cheaper for the crews doing all the dirty work. GeoWeb is a fun little contraption that allows builders and construction workers to design flexibility for unpaved roadway service and base stabilization for when it's finally time to lay down the pavement. GeoWeb is a 3D structure that keeps the base road layer extra strong, giving the next layers of asphalt and concrete a better foundation, meaning the roads are going to stay smoother longer. Really is a simple design with an ingenious purpose. With the GeoWeb also makes for a more permeable road that needs half the infill, and also it's got some great environmental benefits in there as well. The GeoWebs reduces the amount of stormwater runoff by creating its own retention basin, and the permeable material also helps to keep the pavement cool in those hotter. But even when crews are laying it down, it's incredibly easy to install. It makes everyone's job easier when filling it up. Number 3. Plastic roads. Plastics, they've become a serious problem for humanity. It's everywhere, even living in our bodies. Rent-free is microplastics. So with many new initiatives to promote recycling and reusing these plastics, instead of just tossing them into the trash after a single use, why not try to incorporate into our roads? According to the Wildlife Fund, concrete production contributes to 8% of global CO2 emissions every year. It's made from quarried aggregates like limestone, granite or sand, which is bound with cement, asphalt, and other agents. But what if we replace these finite resources with one of humanity's infamous byproducts, such as plastic? India's been filling potholes using plastic as a binder on a small scale for years. UK engineer Toby McCartney has even developed a way to turn recycled plastic into pellets that can be added to asphalt to decrease the use of binders. This process makes the road considerably stronger and last much longer than traditional material, all while finding a more productive way to recycle and reuse all of our plastic waste. UK has already adopted this technique for all new roadways. But all of this comes with a bit of a catch. As the road breaks down, small microparticles of plastic are released into the surrounding environment and can have detrimental impacts on wildlife and human health. So it begs the question, is life in plastic really fantastic? Number 4. Jigsaw roads. Not just for puzzle enthusiasts, jigsaws are now coming to a road near you. The Dutch company KWS has teamed up with the folks at Waven in total to develop a new plastic road that will fit together much like the pieces of a puzzle. It's created from recycled plastic. The Plastic Road project will make prefabricated modular roadways, which are 70% faster to build. But their hollowed-out design makes them 4 times lighter than asphalt and allows for pipes and cables to be installed without extensive digging and has the capacity to store excess water during storms and floods. And while plastic is inherently bad for Mother Earth, these plastic roads are a brilliant idea. The days of non-stop and excessive construction tearing up asphalt only to seal it back up again weeks later. These road designs make things better for literally everyone and can even help give new life to all the plastic humans are constantly throwing away. Seeing as how most plastics don't degrade, why not use them to build a better road? But if these jigsaw plastic roads sound too good to be true, they underwent a relatively successful trial phase in September of 2018 with the opening of the bike paths in the Netherlands. And while using these roads may not be the most pragmatic choice for, say, a highway, they are certainly the perfect addition to smaller areas. Number 5. Synchronized traffic signals. We'll know the traffic is an enormous pain, but it happens for all sorts of reasons, the obvious being too many cars on the road or an accident a few blocks ahead. Either way, something like this can turn a 15-minute drive into an hour-long drive, and nobody wants that. But another less reason for bad traffic is poor traffic signal synchronization. Never heard of it? Well, traffic signal synchronization involves the engineering of getting traffic signal and green lights to match up at successive intersections to maximize traffic flow along a specific route. It's the reason why every light doesn't turn green, yellow, or red at the exact same time. But that doesn't mean it's perfect. Far from it, which is why cities are doing their best to set things up perfectly. In fact, Los Angeles, California is the first major city in the world to fully synchronize all of its traffic signals. Their automated traffic surveillance and control system is one of the world's most comprehensive traffic systems for alleviating traffic, synchronizing all 44 watts traffic signals by using magnetic sensors in the road to measure the flow of traffic. The system also uses cameras and a centralized computer system that receives information from the sensor network and automatically makes adjustments to the traffic flow as needed. It's almost as if the traffic lights are speaking to one another in the city with the 6th highest traffic congestion in the country. Number 6. Intelligent speed bumps. A lot of motorists think speed bumps are dumb. But then what about intelligent speed bumps? Even something as such as a speed bump isn't safe from getting a technological makeover, turning this suspension-ruining Luma concrete into something a little more user-friendly. Because even if a motorist speed right over it, without a care in the world, the method of coming to a complete stop and driving over it slowly isn't helping the environment. Because that stop-start strategy creates a massive spike in emissions. So the intelligent speed bump comes equipped with a system that detects the speed of the oncoming vehicle and acts accordingly. Anyone traveling at the speed limit, typically 25 miles an hour, will feel just the slightest bump and then the other way. But anyone going over that speed limit is gonna watch the intelligent speed bump rise up to meet them, therefore having to slow down. Another simple yet smart idea that only punishes speeding motorists. But if the intelligent speed bump sounds a little too good to be true, that just as the residents of Guanajuato, Mexico, were part of a 3-month trial with one installed along the road adjacent to a local school. Number 7. Roads that honk in a move to make crazy highways a whole lot safer. HP Lubricants and Leo Burnett India came together to develop their roads that honk. The first prototype of the system was installed on India's NH1, the highway connecting Jammu and Srinagar, which is known for being one of the most dangerous, so it's in the world. So what exactly is a road that honks? This newly employed system locates smart life poles at sharp curves and hairpin bends that employing advanced network devices combining wireless technology, radar systems, and anti-collision warning system, all powered by solar PV modules. Smart life poles are placed on each side of key hairpin bands, which detect the speeds of oncoming vehicles and communicate with each other to caution approaching vehicles on either side by sounding a horn. All of this is made possible by transmitting an electromagnetic wave and then measuring the frequency shift of the reflected wave. This frequency shift is caused by the Doppler effect of the moving target on the electromagnetic wave, and so as the relative speed between the radar sensor and the target increases, the detected frequency shift also increases, thus enabling the radar sensor to precisely determine the target speed. It may seem incredibly complicated, but at the end of the day, does that really matter when these new roads are saving lives? Number 8. Data collecting roads. Does everybody want our data these days? Well, maybe, but now roads are throwing their names into that data collecting hat. With vehicles and infrastructures becoming more connected than ever before, transit authorities are looking to collect more and more traffic data. They want to know everything from driving conditions, speed, even the state of the road surface, and the more information they have, then the greater the improvements that could be made. More road data means something like being able to accurately adjust the frequency of stoplights depending on the traffic needs. At any given moment, an integrated digital system can access information about vehicles that are in the area, the speeds at which they are moving, and the general state of the traffic on the road, thus permitting stoplights to open or close to avoid traffic jams. The roads, in a sense, are talking with each other, reducing congestion at urban hotspots, and will also have a domino effect, because by optimizing traffic flow and minimizing the length of these traffic jams, we could lower the levels of CO2 emissions caused by motorized vehicles. At the same time, data gathered by these chatty highways will serve to identify problematic zones, which there have been many accidents or risky situations. Starting there, it will be possible to determine if the cause is a sign or a traffic light or cross traffic, all in real time. Number 9. Talking highways. Thanks to smartphones, we've been able to talk to our friends and family around the world for years. And some companies and engineers are working to move transportation systems in that direction as well, making trips both long and short safer and simpler. This car roadway connectivity is going to change the driving experience forever. The projects for intelligent signs don't want these sites limited to the visual display of information. Just as a GPS system provides warnings about surrounding signs, in the future those very signs will be able to send messages that warn drivers about their content. Inside the car, the driver will receive an audible warning with the message from the sign, or it will appear on the screen of the vehicle. Not only will this increase safety either when there's poor visibility, but it can also mean that autonomous vehicles will no longer need complex systems of sign recognition. In addition, even though this may need more drivers will be fined, intelligent studies will simplify the process of detecting and notifying driver infractions. According to the Singularity Hub innovative think tank, the black boxes of cars can store a register of such infractions. The news of these infractions will be automatically sent to the authorities through the interconnection between vehicles, highways, and traffic management systems. There will be an increase in safety with the extension of many of the systems already installed. The first autonomous cars, the vehicles and roads themselves, can make decisions such as stopping a car in a dangerous situation or reducing its speed in a certain area. Number 10. The sky. With each passing day, science fiction becomes more of a reality. Star Trek gave us things like video calling, cell phones, and 3D printers. Minority Report showed us driverless cars. Even 1902's Have Voyaged Dan's Illumin predicted humans on the moon. How about flying cars that we saw in the Jetsons? Well, the short answer is yeah. Engineers and vehicle manufacturers are working hard to make personal flying vehicles with some pretty astounding results. There's the homemade LMV 496 La Moto Volante hovering motorcycle, the X Turismo hoverbike SkyDrive Model S DO3 Samsung Sky Switchblade, and Synergy aircraft, all of which will allow drivers to get up into the air. So that these new technologies beg the question, will the sky become the new road? Probably not anytime soon. But make no mistake, it's coming. Because what good is a flying car or a personal low-flying aircraft if you cannot wield it? But of course, roads in the sky mean all sorts of rules and regulations, real traffic laws, and flying stop signs. And if cars start flying, does that mean pedestrians will start wearing jetpacks? And that is end of the video. If you enjoy our video, don't forget to subscribe our channel.